And Elijah Griffin ranked 20th in the country. Christian, he was a 125-pounder last year.
Been eating good out there in Jersey. But he looks every bit of 141, and he brings a lot of physicality to the table.
And of course, Echemendia, so slick from Cuba, that freestyle background, super slick on his feet.
You say slick, I say powerful. This guy gets around your body, he can throw you straight to your back.
He really burst onto the scene, showing up at Fargo. He won freestyle. I don't believe he had ever wrestled a Greco match, and he won that style as well.
Yeah, he was definitely a revelation there. Of course, pretty incredible story from Cuba to he wound up at Sunnyside High School in Arizona, same high school as Roman Bravo Young, Sergio, and Danny Vega. A circuitous path to Iowa State, but an All-American 2 years ago, and now has 2 years remaining eligibility, including this year.
He was an All-American, a 5th place finish in 2024. That same season won the Big 12 title for the Cyclones. He mentioned from Sunnyside High School in Tucson, Arizona, won a state title in 2019 before his journey continued into the college ranks. And for Elijah Griffin, he began his career at Cal Baptist, was a national qualifier 2 years ago, and now in rider singlets. No score, 145 here in the first.
And you saw Echemendia trying to get to his underhooks. Nice little shot there. Can't get in. Echemendia, powerful and elusive.
And he's been scoring a lot of points. 3 majors. He has scored 19 points, 20 points, put up 12 in the semifinals against Jack Consiglio of Stanford to vault himself into this 141-pound final. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you talk about power, explosiveness, slickness. Anthony Echemendia.
He's the full package. He's really adapted well to folk style wrestling. You know, growing up in Cuba, only wrestling in freestyle, there's a lot of nuances to folk style. You can say wrestling's wrestling. I say it's very different. And he has learned a lot and dealt with the idiosyncrasies of folk style wrestling, including here on the edge.
And going for a throw is Griffin.
I like it on the edge, less of a risk.
Sure,
it's a risk.
Lose.
It's a risk against Echemendia, but you're an underdog here. Throw a punch. Level change from Griffin. Good pressure forward from Echemendia.
Half a minute showing. Good level change from Griffin. And now Echemendia looking to hustle around, beat that shoulder and get the go behind. Griffin, to his credit, able to stay square.
You said it, Shane, hustle. Griffin had to hustle to avoid that takedown because after that shot, Echemendia was on the attack looking for a go behind. He was able to square up and avoid giving up that go behind.
Oh, low shot there from Echemendia in the final 10 seconds. A roll from Griffin. Griffin clinging to that left leg, and that is going to keep Echemendia off the scoreboard. Good action in that first period, despite it being 0-0.
Absolutely right. It's Echemendia who is getting close, but Griffin is a tough guy to plant, and you saw it there throughout the first period.
Griffin takes a look at the corner. It's that Nick Benleon, who wrestled at Kent State. John Hange in his 10th season as the head coach of Ryder. The Bronco Griffin underneath to begin this period. Quickly pops to his feet and gets the escape inside of 5 seconds. 1-0. Christian, I said it before in the semifinals, and you can attest to this. These guys fight. Nobody's backing down, laying down, conceding points. You got to compete every single second. These are dog fights. Division I college wrestling, they're all capable. You better bring it every time. You bring your C game, you're playing with fire against anybody.
Yeah, this season has certainly shown that is absolutely the case. You can marvel at the technique, but I think the grit and the fight that they show at this level, that's why they're here wrestling on the Division I stage.
Jesse Mendez ranked #1 at this weight class, the 2-time reigning national champion. You mentioned Sergio Vega. He's at Oklahoma State ranked 2nd. Brock Hardy's 3rd. CJ Campasto of Penn is 4th. And Seth Romney is ranked 5th. Look at Echemendia. Gonna plant him down to the mat for 3. And the Cyclone leading at 3-1. There's some of that power. That was violent.
Finishing's a lot easier where you can just pick them up straight into the air and slam them to their back. Great job by Echemendia. Firing that shot, got his head up, hips in, lifted, just like coaches taught you that first day of practice at Little League. It works. Now
Another
he's in
low
on another
shot. Once again, he's able to get his left arm out, and he's going to score another takedown. 2 takedowns in a short period of time. And Echemendia has opened the gap here now 6-2. Man, he's got another gear.
He does, and it seems like he's figuring out some of what Griffin's been doing to kind of stymie his attack so far. 2 shots, 2 finishes, making those look easy. And you can see why Echemendia has been lighting up the scoreboard this entire tournament.
After a scoreless first period, Echemendia a couple of takedowns in the second. He's up by 4 as we get another look at his offense from the neutral position.
There you see that lift, puts him down. Going for a high flyer was Griffin. Can't get it as we're back to action here. Griffin electing to go neutral, or excuse me, Echemendia electing to go neutral.
Echemendia wrestling Jesse Mendez at the All-Star Classic a little over a month ago, won by the Buckeye. Mendez really controlled that match.
He certainly did. And we talked about 25 being a wide open weight. Jesse Mendez sets a very high bar at 141. Going to be very, very tough to beat.
Echemendia was impressive in the Cyhawk duel. He beat Nasir Bailey 15-2, a major decision. And that was a big match as Iowa State kept momentum rolling at that time. Once again, Echemendia in on a leg, single leg. Gonna shelf a single leg. Can stay patient here with just over a minute remaining.
Very, very cognizant of Griffin trying to roll, hiding his ankles, got that head in the way, slowly taking his time. He's got that foot on the hip. That's a good spot for Echemendia. The leg is straight.
Reaches for the head. Reaches across, seatbelt position, a whizzer from Griffin.
Now coming around the waist, that's normally a strong position, but it's tough with the leg in front. And Echemendia kind of seemed like at a point he really didn't want that finish.
So a stalemate whistle with 37 seconds left.
Griffin down 4 is gonna need multiple scores here.
And Echemendia, if he can get a takedown and 12 seconds of riding time, he'll have himself a major decision in this championship final. But we're down to 25 seconds. Good level change, but Echemendia anticipates it. Good job there by the Cyclone, staying center of the mat. He's going to hand fight, keep his position. And the Cyclones will have back-to-back Cliff Keen champions with Evan Frost and Anthony Echemendia at 133 and 141. Final score 6-2. Anthony Echemendia, the number 6 ranked heavyweight at 141 pounds, give the Cyclones the Cliff Keen champion at 141.
It's not easy to go unchallenged at a tournament like this, but that's what we just saw from Anthony Echemendia. Very impressive showing from the Cyclone. Good show of respect.
Absolutely.